Hello, I'm Tom Otway and I offer academic support for Trinity. I'm going to help you prepare for the ISE 1 exams. So we've looked at the first two sections, now let's look at the missing gaps section, questions 11 to 15. So here's some advice. With the questions 11 to 15, read the questions quickly and look for key words. Locate the correct paragraph, then look for those words in the text. Look for keywords with a change of tense, meaning from the present tense to the past tense. For example, if you see the word done, it might appear in the text as do, because done is a past form of the verb to do. Or if the keyword is had, then look for have. If the keyword is have, maybe look for had or have had. Look at the gap and decide which kind of word is needed. Is it a verb? Maybe a noun? An adjective? Which one fits best? The more practice you do of this kind of exercise, the better you will become. If it is a noun, a thing, a person, place or thing, there might be an adjective just before it, or a word that is changing the meaning of the noun. This kind of word gives more information. So when we look at the answers for number 12, 13 and 14, only one word is needed. For example, in the sentence, he caught a small fish, as an example, small is talking about the fish. So get a feeling for what kind of word you need in the gap. Finally, try and guess a word first to try and feel what might fit. It will help your brain begin searching in the text. Okay, let's look at questions 11 to 15 in more detail before you answer them. Complete sentences 11 to 15 with an exact number, word or phrase, maximum 3 words, from the text. Write the exact number, word or phrase on the lines below. So number 11 here. Some young people think a tour guide's job is a kind of... What comes next? It's a noun. It's something. So look at that in the text when you do it. Number 12. Tourists nowadays often already know a lot because they have done what? Again, it's a noun. It's something. Maybe they've done some thinking before they go away. Can you remember the text? You could answer this question in your mind and then read and check. Number 13. What makes step-on guides special is their something. What have they got? Something they have. That could be their age, could be their intelligence. You read in a minute and you decide what the answer is. Number 14. One reason Enrique works as a guide is to make some what? So it's something. What can you make? You can make a meal. You can make friends. What is he making? Or what is he talking about in the paragraph? You go there and read it in just a moment and find out. And 15. Enrique wants to give visitors a more something instead of just listening to him. And again, maybe you can remember what Enrique was talking about in the text. This time the gap is in the middle of the sentence. So he wants to give them this instead of this. Now I'd like you to pause the video and try doing questions 11 to 15. Give yourself between 5 and 10 minutes to do this. And remember, the more you practice, the quicker and easier it will become. Okay, how was that? Now let's think about the answers to questions 6 to 10. Well, what do these colours mean in the text and in the questions? Purple means the key words. You can see them here as well in the text. Blue shows why the answer is true. Okay, and now let's look at the answers and find out why these answers are correct. Number 11, some young people think a tour guide's job is a kind of what? Well, if you look in paragraph 1, the thing that fits is paid holiday. And the phrase that helps you here, the key words or supporting information is it's like a something. And the phrase here is paid holiday. If you write holiday, it's not correct. You must have paid holiday. There is a maximum, remember, of 3 words. Number 12. Tourists nowadays often know a lot because they have done something. They've done research. If you write research, this is correct. If you write their research, that's also correct. But you don't need the word there. That's why it's in brackets. How did we find the answer for this one? Well, the key word really is tourists and they. So we know tourists is over here, have done something. So the other key word here is do. So if you look for the family, the word family, do, you will find the answer is near. Do what? Do their research. So that's a really good tip to look for the same verb, do, or did, or done, and the answer is often waiting next door to it. Number 13. What makes step-on guides special is their, here it's knowledge. So let's go to step-on guides. Over here in purple again we can see this is the key area, and look, the answer is very close. So let's just keep reading that sentence. These people, sometimes called step-on guides, live in the area and have local knowledge. Now, the clue here is the word their. Their something. Their friends, their family. Here it's their knowledge, their local knowledge. There tells you it belongs to them, so it's something they have. So if you find this kind of word in the exam, look for have, especially after reading the keyword step-on guides, have local knowledge. In this case, you could just write knowledge and you get the marks for this. If you write local knowledge, that's also fine, but remember, you don't need to. So it's a good idea to write more words if you think you can find information that is relevant. Okay, number 14. One reason Enrique works as a guide is to make some extra money. So let's go to Enrique in the text. Here's Enrique. He's talking about his job. And he says, of course, the money, the phrase comes first, the money is useful. The extra money is useful. So you need to think a little bit here. You think to yourself, well, what can you make? Okay, you can make money. He's talking about the pay of the job. And that phrase fits. And 15. Enrique wants to give visitors something. He wants to give them a more, and the answer here is active experience, instead of them, the visitors, just listening to him. I think this is quite a difficult one. So if you got this right, well done. Let's see how we answered this question. Enrique wants to give his visitors a more, well, if he gives them something, it means that they have it. I give you some money, then you have the money. So you need to look for this key word, them to have. But if you look here in the sentence, we've also got instead of them. So them can be a key word. Let's go back to them in the text. I prefer them to have something, the active experience, meeting local people and asking questions. So that is questions 11 to 15. Okay, well done. You have now done questions 11 to 15 of the long reading ISE 1. Just remember what we've done today. We have predicted what kind of words fit in the gaps. We then look for the key words in the questions. We look for those words in the text and then read very carefully right next to the key words. And usually this will give you the answer. Then you also need to check whether it's one word or two words or even three words. We also talked about how often an adjective or a describing word goes before another word, so the two words together give you an answer.